I firmly believe also that one of the best things you can do for yourself and that you can do for your family is to turn off your televisions. Turn them off and throw them away, folks. You don't need these things. All the information that you need, you can get on the internet now anyway. You don't need TVs. What do you need a TV for anyway? Just so you can sit there and watch some mindless drivel that's prepared for you as a TV program. And all these programs do is program you, folks. That's why they're called programs. So get rid of your TV. Throw it away. You don't need it. All the news you can get from the internet. Almost any movie that's ever been made, you can watch on the internet. You can find on the internet. You don't need to have a television set, folks. These things are bad for you. They are damaging you on so many levels. They are damaging you on an emotional level, on a psychological level, on an electromagnetic level. They're just downright bad for you, folks. Get rid of your TV. It's the best thing you could possibly do for yourself and for your family. It's an extremely good start anyway. Folks, you'll be really surprised at the difference it makes to your life if you simply turn off your television. It really does make a huge difference. I was just thinking about it the other day, actually, folks, and I realized that I don't actually know anyone anymore who actually owns a TV. It's amazing. I actually don't know anybody who owns a TV, and they're all really positive people. They're all very empowered people. They're all very informed people, and yet they don't own a TV. So you don't need a TV to be informed. A lot of people think, well, how would I know what's going on in the world if I didn't have the TV, if I didn't have the TV news? Folks, it's because you watch the TV news that you don't know what's going on in the world. That's what the TV news is designed to do. It's designed to keep people in this naive, uninformed bubble. That's what it's for. So get rid of it, folks. There's so many independent news sites now that you can go to. So go and look at all of these news sites. Go and look at the same story from as many different news sites as you need to in order to gain a coherent understanding of what is actually going on and in order to see it from a whole bunch of different perspectives. That's the best way to look at things, folks. And then go to the alternate news sites and look at it from that perspective as well. And use your discernment and use your intuition. Listen to your intuition, folks. Too many people don't pay attention to their intuition. Intuition is the field talking back to you. As Einstein said, intuition is the most important thing of all. Intuition has been instrumental in bringing to me the understandings of the world that I have. I listen to my intuition, and then I research what my intuition told me. And every time I find out that everything my intuition told me is all true. So that should be a bit of a sign too, don't you think? A lot of people ask me, when I say the field talks to me, how do you listen to the field? How do you know the field's talking to you, and how do you tune into this? Well, it's intuition, folks. Your intuition is the field talking back to you, and all knowledge exists within the field. Too many people ignore that inner gut feeling that you get sometimes in some situation. But you should listen to it because this is your intuition. This is the field talking to you and telling you what's right. So you need to listen to it, folks. It's always there. The voice is always there. It's always talking to you in any situation. You just have to learn to quiet that left brain chatter and listen to your intuition. But I think it's break time now, folks, so we'll take a break now and we'll come back and I'll talk a little bit more about what's going on in the Gulf of Mexico for the last half of the show. But we'll take a break now and I'll speak to you in a few minutes. Thanks for listening. Welcome back, folks. Now, during the talk before the break, I was mentioning the importance of standing up for your neighbours, connecting with your neighbours. See, folks, you've really got to do this. You've got to take the blinkers off and develop strong communities. You see, TV has taught you to believe that people are criminals. It's taught you to distrust other people. It's made everyone dependent on money in order to put people into a state of shortage, in order to promote crime, in order to create division and distrust. Can you see how this works, folks? You sit behind locked doors, scared of all the others out there who are all just people, just like you, and you get a spoon-fed reality that's delivered to you from your TV. Can you see how this works? The only reason you distrust everyone and think the world is a dangerous place and feel divided from people is because the TV tells you that's the way it is. And the only reason it is dangerous at all, or that there is any crime out there, is because people are purposely put into a state of shortage due to them being enslaved to a corrupt and corporate-run financial system. Can you see how this works, folks? Now, you've been taught that if the police come to your neighbour's house and just arrest the guy because he's growing carrots, you know, and Bill H.R. 75 says that he has to use Monsanto seed, now you all sit behind your doors and you think, oh, wow, the neighbour's a criminal. Look, the police are over there. Ooh, fancy that. Where, in fact, what you should be doing is the entire neighbourhood should come out of your houses and walk over to the house and say, well, what's going on here? What's going on with these people? And the police will say, oh, it's none of your business. This is police business. But what you then should say to the police officer is that, well, we appreciate that, but since you are actually employed as a peace officer, and we are the ones that employ you to protect us, we're here to find out why our neighbour is being arrested. We would like to know what's going on, why you're treating him the way you are, and why you're dragging him away. Because you are, after all, employed as a peace officer, and you're creating quite a disturbance here. So we'd like to know what's going on, because we wish to be a strong community and support our community, so we wish to know what's going on with our neighbour, and we wish to know that he's okay, and that you are actually doing the job that we employ you to do. That's what you should do, folks. Because by doing this, you also protect yourself. But the only way you can ever do anything like this is if you first connect with your neighbours, is if you first connect with your community and build a strong community. That's the key to the whole thing, folks. That's one of the most important things you can do for yourself to make your life better, is to connect with your community. Help your community. Help those around you. Helping those around you is the best thing you can do for yourself. If you're a selfish person, you want to have things for yourself, well, fine, folks. The way to do it is to help others. You'll satisfy that selfish need because they will help you back. And eventually you'll lose that selfish need and you'll start helping others simply because it feels good. It's a great thing to do, and it definitely does improve your lives. You imagine if everyone did it. If everybody helped everybody that they knew, well, of course you'd get helped out because everybody helps everybody they know. And there's no reason why you shouldn't, because we are all very much connected to each other. I mean, sure, folks, you might have someone in your neighbourhood that does something wrong, commits a legitimate crime, might steal something or hurt somebody or actually do something wrong, and the police might come around to his house. But you should still go out there and just see and make sure that when this person's arrested, he's arrested in the right way. Remember, this is a peace officer. They shouldn't be jumping on someone and kneeing them in the back and sticking handcuffs on them and whacking them with a taser. This is not acceptable. This is absolutely not acceptable, because if you allow this to be done to your neighbour, whether he is whatever, doesn't matter what he's done, what he's allegedly done, it doesn't matter. It's up to the police to take him into custody, put him in a secure area, and then take him to court so that he can be tried to establish whether he is guilty or not. If he is guilty, he can be put somewhere where guilty people go. There is no reason whatsoever for police to act in the way that they do, to brutalise people and tase people the way they do. I mean, if someone is threatening a police officer with a deadly weapon, then sure, a taser could be used as a means to disarm them. but that's it. Any police officer that uses a taser or uses excessive force on any member of the public has ceased to function as a peace officer and is simply operating as a terrorist, basically, a terrorist and a thug. So if you allow someone to be brutalized by police, then you're allowing yourself, your daughter, your son, your mother, your father to all be brutalized by police. You're agreeing that it's okay. If you're a police officer and your fellow police officers start brutalizing people like this, then you're agreeing to the same thing. You're agreeing for it to be done to yourself and to any member of your family.